Hello everyone, and welcome to our Palworld Survival Guide. Today's Paldeck highlight is on the Penking, who's over here busy at work. Now, the Penking, who's number 11 on our Paldeck, they are a water and ice type, which means that they are strong against fire types and dragon types, but they are weak to electric and fire types. So like that fire kind of balances out, I guess. Or but you know, for the other, the dragon and you know, great for dragon, maybe not so great against fire. You know, it's a coin toss at that point. And then if you need ice organs, or if you want the Penking plume, that is what it drops here. It tends to drop ice organs in higher quantities than like Pengullet, for example, and obviously you can only get the Penking plume from it, and you use that to make clothes and such. So pretty important drops, I would say. Reason to go after these guys if you want to make certain types of clothing anyway. So if we're looking at its work skills, it has a level 2 in everything, which basically means that the Penking is kind of like your step above beginner pal. Basically, it's when you start to kind of like develop your base and you're looking to replace some of your beginner pals with better pals. This could be a guy that you're looking at bringing and using. He has handiwork, transporting, watering, mining, and cooling. And I definitely think that this guy, in terms of like his working anyway, really good for watering, mining, and cooling. This is about the time where you probably have like the cooler unlocked and you're starting to put some of your foods, your cake, I would imagine in particular, somewhere where it's not going to spoil as quickly. He can really help you out with that. He's a really good kind of like beginner cooler, I would say, or slightly like above beginner even. And also with mining too, pretty decent when it comes to like getting ore, for example. At least in the very early stages, there's definitely better pals for getting ore, but he'll take care of your ore needs when you're starting out, basically, and you're starting to need to accumulate ore. So that is his work skills. When it comes to his partner skill, it's called Brave Sailor. And it says, while fighting together, fire pals drop more items when defeated. So basically what this kind of means is that, like, if we're out here, I don't know if there's any fire pals around, but if we pull him out, basically, and he starts fighting people, he starts fighting like a fire pal. Did you see like the rainbow just explode? That was weird. Anyway, he will, if he defeats the fire pal, they're going to drop more materials and whatever it is that they drop when he defeats them. So if you are, you know, needing like fire organs or something, might not be a bad idea to kind of have this guy with you. So you can grind those items faster. I think there's actually a foxtail up there, so let's go bring you back. I'm going to throw you up there so you just kind of see what it looks like with his little Brave Sailor partner skill. So there's our foxbar. We'll hopefully go after him. Did you get lost? He is bigger, so, you know, he can't always fit in things. Oh, gosh. Oh, you silly. Just like, let me just go off the cliff. Alright, so he's taking him out. Let's see what we get here. So we got one leather, but we got 2 flame organs, which is nice because we don't always get that with fox sparks. They tend to drop 1. So that's great. And then obviously, you know, the more higher level, if you will, pal, the more complex, the more challenging fire pal, the more organs and such they drop. So having a Penking kind of go after them can be a great way to you know, get those organs that you need, those materials that you need. And we'll just do a little, look at this, big hug. So that is its partner skill. Now if you want to breed the Penking, you're going to need some more kind of complex pals to do so. You're going to be looking at things like Bella Noir and Galeclaw, Anubis and King Paka, the Ekthyrdeer and the Cryolynx, and the Digtoise and Grisbulbs are some of the options. There's a few others out there, but you definitely need some like more advanced pals to make these guys, to breed these guys. So if you want better, I guess, like Penkings with specific skills, you know, you're going to have to put a little bit of effort into that. Now, if you want to capture these, interestingly enough, they don't spawn like anywhere like really on the islands. You can only get them, at least right now, at Wildlife Sanctuary number 1, which is right down here. Now, the thing to know about this location is that it's technically like off limits. So when you go there, there's like these police officers who will shoot you if they see you there. Because you're not supposed to be there, and they're like, let's not arrest you, let's just kill you. But whatever. But you can find them in that area. I caught like all 10 or so of the ones that I needed to fill out the Paldeck there. You just kind of have to like, I would recommend like a flying pal, just so you can kind of like go up the different levels, because there's like 3 levels with the pals kind of spawning on like the first 2 levels. And you can just kind of like fly around, avoid some of the other pals that you don't want to go after, and then just find a Penking. They do spawn there pretty quickly. Like after you like capture one, just fly around a little bit, and another one will spawn in eventually. And yeah, but that is where you can find them. It's the only place you can find them, so they're a little bit harder to get, I would say. Now, when it comes to using these guys, like obviously they are, like I said, kind of like your first step above your beginner pals. So I definitely would say very good at having, working at your base for specific things. Our guy's mining, for example, which is great. And also really good if you plan on grinding fire pal materials. He's just gonna, because it's like you get more with him in your party whenever he defeats them. That's just gonna make your job a little bit faster. You won't have to quite go after so many pals because you're gonna get more materials from the few that you do defeat. So that is the Penking. Pretty useful pal, I would say. Definitely a good transition into like the more advanced pals. But yeah, if you guys are a fan of Penking, let me know. Let me know how you like to use them and all that. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.